Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley was not just a basketball player. He is one of the select few NBA stars who understood the value of diversifying their career. This is why Barkley had built quite an empire before he retired from professional basketball. However, his career is not what Barkley is most famous for. This ex-NBA star had an extremely serious gambling problem. He is reported to have lost $10 million whilst gambling. This is a huge amount of money, even for someone as well off as Barkley. This is why it is rumoured he lost all of his life savings due to his gambling problem. However, when Barkley was sued by the Wynn Las Vegas casino over a $400,000 gambling debt, things took a turn. Barkley eventually paid the debt, but the public mortification that came with such a scandal seemed to affect him. According to some sources, Barkley still gambles occasionally, but he risks significantly less money on bets now and is trying to restrain his playing habits. Wayne Rooney. Anyone who is even vaguely familiar with football has heard of Wayne Rooney's name. This football superstar rose to fame when he played for Manchester United, one of the world's most famous football clubs. However, this footballer is not just a player on the field and is known to have a strong appetite for gambling. Even though Rooney earns a lot of money from advertisements, endorsements, and brand partnerships, he spends large amounts on gambling as well. He is reported to have lost a total of $2.7 million in casinos, and is most famous for losing $685,000 within 2 hours during back-to-back games of poker and roulette. Rooney would win if there was a world record for the most amount of money lost in the least amount of time by a celebrity. According to various sources, the football player started gambling to deal with his boredom. While these gambling losses may seem like a lot of money to common people like us, to a superstar like Rooney, whose net worth is estimated to be $170 million, it isn't a significant amount. Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen has enjoyed a lot of fame in his diverse roles in comedy TV shows and films. And everyone loved Charlie Sheen as Uncle Charlie in the hit sitcom 2.5 Men. However, even though he enjoyed a lot of success as an actor, he was not so lucky in his personal life. Charlie has been at the centre of many scandals, and the most famous of these is his gambling addiction. Sheen has been known to gamble compulsively at casinos, but his main weakness was betting on sports. One source alleges that in 2005, while Charlie was driving to the hospital to see his newborn daughter, he was simultaneously on the phone with his bookie to place a risky bet. In addition to this, Sheen's gambling addiction became so bad that he was reported to be spending $200,000 each week on betting alone. His biggest loss in a single stroke is rumoured to be $1 million, while his total losses are around $2.5 million. However, Sheen has stated that he does not suffer from any addictive behaviour now. We hope so, too, for Sheen's well-being. Ben Affleck. Some people do not look like gamblers, so it can be hard to believe that they ever had gambling problems. Ben Affleck is one of those people. Affleck is an Academy Award-winning actor who starred in films such as Good Will Hunting and the Batman franchise. However, behind the camera, Affleck suffered from some serious gambling problems in the early 2000s. It is reported that Hollywood has some very secret, high-profile poker games. During one of these games, Affleck reportedly lost $400,000. However, he also had some successes, since it is rumoured he won $350,000 in a casino in Vegas. You won't be surprised to hear that he was banned from the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas after winning so much in just one night. This rocky gambling journey did nothing to affect Affleck's good manners, though, and he once gave a casino attendant a generous tip of $150,000. Affleck has since realised that gambling is a serious problem and joined a rehab centre to deal with this issue. After this rehabilitation process, Affleck seems to have his gambling addiction in control. He is now at ease with any gambling-related scenario and starred in a film called Runner, a gambling-based thriller. Pamela Anderson. Pamela Anderson rose to fame with her main role on the hit television series Baywatch. Almost every person growing up in the 90s and early 2000s knows Anderson's name. The actress is famous for her bold attitude and good looks. However, her blonde good looks were not much help when gambling. While Anderson is not famous for being a compulsive gambler, a rather curious story from 2007 shows that she seems to make some risky gambles. She has lost $250,000 in just one night in Las Vegas. Given most of the $250,000 was rumoured to be from playing poker, we are thinking Anderson may need to work on her poker game. Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods has become a household name over the years. While Woods is a phenomenal golf player, he is usually in the news because of some controversy or another. One of the biggest scandals surrounding Woods was his world-famous gambling addiction. Woods has frequented the MGM located on the Strip in Las Vegas, a casino famous for hosting big bettors. Woods was known to have bet a whopping $25,000 on any ordinary bet. However, to curtail his gambling problem, a Las Vegas casino has placed a betting limit of around $1 million on Woods. It is abundantly clear that Woods has a gambling addiction, and he has even admitted to how he is trying to curb it. Given his risky behaviour and extravagant betting, we also hope that he can control his urge to gamble. After all, a few bad strokes can prove to be destructive. Michael Jordan. Who isn't aware of Michael Jordan? While younger kids these days associate him with Nike's famous Air Jordans, he is most famous for his basketball skills. Jordan is undoubtedly one of the most famous players to come out of the NBA, and has made a name for himself worldwide. However, Jordan has also been in the news for his activities outside the court. He is reported to spend an average of $1 million every year on gambling alone. And it has been rumoured he lost $5 million in a single bet, which shows how Jordan has the streak of a compulsive gambler in him. In addition to basketball, Jordan also plays golf for leisure, and he has the bad habit of betting on every hole. According to one source, he once went on a golfing trip for 1 week, where he lost bets worth almost $1.2 million.